Hey, beautiful people, welcome to my channel, The Fog Philosopher, where we talk peace of mind, mental health, and being your best self. Hi, my beautiful people, welcome to another episode with me, Marcia Nyango, also known as The Fog Philosopher. And today we'll be talking about life is a repetition. Thank you for joining me on another episode. If you like something, if you learned something, if I just entertain you, kindly like, share, subscribe, and comment. Be much appreciated. And as always, let's get right into it. So number one on our list is you are a sum of what you repeat. So whatever you repeat daily, that is who you become or who you are. So if you repeat negative habits on a daily, then you become a negative person. If you repeat healthy habits on a daily, you become a healthy person. And these are healthy habits mentally, spiritually, physically. So whatever you repeat, you become a sum of that. So we need to just sit down, take a few minutes and actually look at our life. What are we repeating daily? The more you're traveling, the more you become a traveler. The more you're painting, the more you become a painter. The more you're playing the piano, the more you become a pianist. So whatever you're repeating on the daily, that is what you're becoming. If all you do is scroll social media and it is not your platform of making money, then you become a scroller, someone who is just in front of a screen. And whatever you're taking in, whatever information you're taking in on a daily, that is what you're becoming. So if you're listening to content, if you're watching content that is mostly just gossip, you're becoming a gossiper. If you're watching content that is mostly physical violence, then in time or with time, you become a violent person. So whatever you're repeating daily, the small habits, that is exactly what or who you're becoming. So in 5 years, you are a complete sum of whatever you're repeating. And this also involves repetition in word and thought. So whatever you're thinking, even if it's not in action, it will eventually come to fruition. It will eventually become your reality. So whatever you're repeating in thought, in words, that is what will reveal itself in a couple of years, or even in a shorter time, depending on how much you're repeating the words or thoughts. So you are a complete sum of whatever you're repeating. So if you look at your life and you want to change something, then change the small habits you repeat daily. The second one is consciously observe what is repeating. So most of us go through life and we repeat things without even noticing. We repeat actions, we repeat words, we repeat thoughts without actually being aware of what is repeating itself in our life. And the moment you start asking yourself what is repeating and why, because some things we do consciously, we wake up, we make our bed, we take a shower, we brush our teeth. Those are actions that we repeat consciously because either we need them for social acceptance or we need them to just be comfortable in our own environment. But some events or some actions repeat without our conscious awareness. Either it's an event or it's an issue you have with someone or an organization, something. It might be negative, it might be positive, but it keeps repeating itself in your life. And most of the times it's usually negative. That happens so that we can learn something. So we need to be consciously aware of things that are repeating ourselves, especially things that are outside our control. If you find that you keep attracting maybe narcissist people in your life, selfish people in your life, or you keep attracting events that don't really make sense but they keep repeating themselves, it means that there's something that you're not paying attention to that you need to pay attention to so that you can learn a specific lesson in your own life so that you can grow and evolve. If you do not pay attention to the situations or the events that keep repeating themselves in your life, you'll not be able to grow or evolve because there's a specific lesson that comes when external events keep repeating themselves in our lives. So we need to be conscious of what exactly is repeating itself. And even when it comes to our day-to-day habits that we do subconsciously because they become such a routine, we need to shine a light on them also, so that we can be able to see if there's anything that needs improving. Even if it's the way you brush your teeth, the way you shower, the way you get dressed, the route you take to work, how you get to work, how you get to different places, how you handle different situations. If that's how you've always been doing things, sometimes it needs a review so that it can be updated. Treat your life as an organization. Is how we've been doing things, is it working? You need to always have a general meeting with yourself, depending on how long you feel is comfortable with you. It can be 6 months, it can be a year. And do an audit of your life, of the repeating actions in your life. Are they working? Can they be improved? Do they need to be there? Can they be removed? Can they be exchanged with a better routine? So consciously be aware of what is repeating in our lives, both consciously and subconsciously, so that we can be able to take action where needed. So the third one is learn from repetition. This, as I mentioned in the second point, when something negative is happening in your life and you can see that it keeps repeating itself year after year, month after month, weekly, whatever it is, if something is repeating itself, it's trying to tell you something, especially if it's an external event. If you keep meeting the same people who have negative qualities, you keep getting into weird accidents, weird situations that look exactly alike, then there's a lesson that needs to be learned there. The faster you learn the lesson, the faster you stop the cycle of repetition. And you're also able to grow in such situations where you learn your own weakness, you learn your own strength, you even learn about the people in your life and the situations in your life, and you're able to evolve. So learn from repeating events in your life, especially negative ones, so that you can be able to grow and move to the next version of yourself. And the last one is improve through repetition. So repetition is the best way to evolve, it's the best way to manifest, it's the best way to change your reality, it's the best way to achieve consistency, it's the best way to achieve tolerance, discipline, all those things. Just the foundation is repetition. You need to repeat going to the gym, you need to repeat playing the piano, you need to repeat learning that language, you need to repeat that math equation, you need to repeat practicing for that interview. So practice in itself just means a repetition. Do it again and again and again until you get it right. And that is why most people say success is boring, because you repeat the same thing over and over and over again until you reach the desired result. And that is, it's not fun. It reaches a point where whatever new activity, hobby, lifestyle you picked up, it becomes boring because you're repeating it daily. But that is what is needed. You need to repeat yourself until the universe hears you. You need to repeat yourself until you hear yourself. You need to repeat yourself until the world hears you and acknowledges you. So repeat yourself so that you achieve discipline, you achieve consistency, you improve. The only way to improve is repetition. As I've said before, perfection is achieved for less than 24 hours. We achieve perfection for less than 24 hours, then we have to progress. We're back to being a work in progress. And work in progress basically means repetition. So pick a life that you want to live and repeat it. How do you want your life to look like? How do you want to feel like? Repeat those emotions, repeat the feelings that you'd like to feel, repeat the actions that would make you the kind of person you want to be, repeat the behavior, the attitudes, the showing up, all that. Repeat it on a daily basis until it becomes who you are. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for watching till the end. Also, if you like something, if you learned something, if I just entertain you, can you like, share, subscribe, and comment? Be much appreciated. And see you guys on the next one.